Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Are you guys cold? I am cold. I'm like always cold. Not always. I mean, that's an exaggeration. I get it. But oh my gosh, it has been cold. It is December the 12th. It is December. We are middle of December. Yeah, it's cold. Today's my son's birthday. 30 years old. That's my middle guy. How do I have my middle child is 30? Which means I've got one older than that. And I got another one younger. But I'm like, how is that a thing? Okay, that's okay. Life just keeps moving on, doesn't it? So happy birthday to my middle guy. Let's see, my kid's birthday is November, December, January. So it's birthday time period. It's birthday all the time around here. Then we got grandkids, all of them are in the same time period too. That's how it is. Do you want to see something that I've been wearing lately to help me with the winter months? You know, this right here. You're like, well, it's nice, but it's plain. I get it. It's amazing. This is Manos, I believe. One full skein, just worsted weight yarns. And of course, it's the oranges and just beautiful. I think I have 2 more of these. Yeah, but just absolutely beautiful. And you're like, what is that peeking out? What is that? It is a lace yarn. I don't remember which one, but it is a lace yarn. And isn't that cool? You're like, no? It is cool. Trust me, it is. This is a pattern by Alexandra Tinsley. Let me pull up I've done quite a few patterns by her in the past and just absolutely wonderful. And let's see. This is called the Howlcat. Right here. Right there. Absolutely adorable. And it is a cross between a cowl and a hat. And you can definitely see the whole cowl aspect of it. And I love this. Definitely love this. With the hair, obviously I've got a lot of hair. If it's slightly damp, I know you're not supposed to go out with wet hair. I get that. But I have because, well, dogs don't care that you just got out of the shower. Your hair is still not quite dry. Because I don't blow dry it. That's, I mean, it's really long to just let dry, but yes, I do that. So, you can definitely do the cowl. Pull that back, use this as a cowl. There's lots of different ways to wear this fancy tube. And it is a paid for pattern, but if you're ingenious, you can figure this one out also. Pulling that up, this is how, if my hair is slightly damp, I do that. And the reason is it keeps it like a ponytail would off the back of my neck. It does add warmth. I have done this before, worn this and then have a scarf over top, and that does work quite well because that both of them are wool. This is a wool, and then that lace is also another wool, and it really does lend to the whole aspect in making this warmer. So this is one of the other ways to wear this. Another one, this is a convertible. This is one of those that's just a lot of different ways. And this is a ribbing, so there's no real right or wrong. So that is one of the things that's nice about this. So you can also wear this, pulling it down like this. Very, very cold. I'm going to go like that. And now I've got this over my face right here. So a little bit right there. I had it earlier. Ugh, turn this, and more like the baklava, or bakla. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But having that just a little bit with the lace, it is more breathable. I did have it earlier. It is more breathable. It is nice. It just covers that little bit. Just have to put it on right, which I didn't do because I'm trying to do it on camera. There we go. So pulling it down like this first, and then pulling this up. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. And you can have it over your mouth just a little bit if you choose to. You can turn these down if you want to. Kind of tightens it up. But that covers the ears. It covers the mouth. And if it's really, really cold, you're going to want that. And then you can pull it down a little bit. But your whole face is covered. And You made it. You know it's wool. You know it's comfortable. If you can wear wool, you know it's comfortable. And it goes for the ears, the head, around the face, getting as much of the face as you want, especially with it being windy, cold and windy. This is a perfect piece for that aspect. Absolutely wonderful. So if you want to wear it as, don't worry about the hair. It's okay. If you want to wear this as a hat, another way that you can do this, you've got it like this. You can twist this. I can't see what I'm doing. You just twist it and then pull it down. And you have a completely different look. You've got it lined right here with the orange. You've got the brown on top. There you have it. Now I've got it right now with a stockinette look, but you can also do it the other way around to where you have the reverse stockinette on the outside. So it's just different choices. I've had more luck getting that to twist and to pull that down more, let's see, with the lace pulling down and looking nice than I have with the worsted weight. Here we go. Pulled it down a little bit more. But I've had more luck with it on that way. And what that does is it does that twist right there and closes that top to where it's more of a hat. You can leave it like that with just a little bit. Put your ponytail through it too. If you have a ponytail, you have long hair like what I do right now. Just a lot of different versatile ways to wear this particular piece where you don't have to wear it as the conventional type of a situation. Let me see if I can actually get that to work properly. I've always had, like I said, always had it more of an interesting one. If you want to do it that way and then twist that a little bit and then bring this down, you can do that too. And that's just giving you that two-toned look. If you're wanting something that's a little bit more dimensional, having that with that more brown peeking out there, having this one down just a tad bit more and then that over top, that's another nice way of doing it. And it is closed up there a little bit more, but if you do want to pull the hair through, you can definitely do that also. And it's not going to be as much of a hole there as the whole, because you can see that, right? As the entire thing when you go this route. It's just a lot of fun. I don't know how many of these I made back in the day. It's the only one that I kept. And I've been putting it to a lot of use. I have definitely been putting it to a lot of use. I've worn it just like this as a hat and just went, okay, good. And just left it. Just left it completely with the top because the lace does kind of fall down. I do have a lot of hair anyway. Does it look silly completely up like that? I'm walking the dogs. I don't really care. You know, it can be up like that. It doesn't bother me. But just some fun ways of doing something. With our crafts, we're playing anyway. We're having fun anyway. We might as well get a piece that's just a little bit more unique, just a little bit more quirky, a little more fun. I like it. I really do. And like I said, you can definitely, what part of you is the coldest? What part of you needs to have that warmth a little bit more? He said you can definitely go that route and pull this up right here. Having that down with the worsted weight and then having just that little bit of lace over, you can breathe through it. It's just a little bit of extra warmth. It's not snug. It's not form-fitting to your face, but it just adds just that little touch that you need up here around the ears. You've got this nice collar right here with the thicker, and that does have both layers on that. So just a nice piece to add to your wardrobe. You can easily make something like this, kind of cast on, right? Cast on and make a tube. Make your worsted weight for a full skein of yarn or whatever. And then continue on with your lace. Do I remember the needles? Absolutely not. I do not. Do I remember what year I made this? No, I don't. I do not remember. But I know it's gotten a whole lot of use. And it's been warm. It's been cozy. It's been, oh my gosh, so absolutely needed. And the cool thing about this too, with your inside, you can do it with either one of them, but you can use your luxury yarns. You know what I'm getting at. That luxury yarn you're not sure what to do with, but you want it somewhere near your skin. well, that's about as close to your skin as you're going to get. So you can definitely do something along that line. And you can see how nicely that looks, and layering over just adds a little more depth to the piece. And I am decked out in all sorts of knitwear. The top is Caron Cakes, and the pattern is called Brick by Claire Lee. That is a free pattern on Ravelry. You've seen me make multiple of these. It's one of my favorite template sweaters. And by that, I mean, I've made it multiple times, and I've done something a little different in most of them, because why not? It's just a great pattern to work with. And then this was just so much fun to do by Alex Tinsley. Just absolutely gorgeous. Fun. Just a fun piece. It's warm. It's cozy. It just looks beautiful. So if you want to play around, feel free, join in. Let me see. Let's see. She doesn't use Ravelry anymore because when they changed their code way back years ago, some people had issues with it, with the Blinky code, something like that. I'm not really sure, but she is on Lovecraft. It is a downloadable PDF, and it says on Lovecraft, and I think you can also still get it on Ravelry. It is $4.97 on Lovecraft, Howlcat. There you go. And it is just such a fun pattern. Just absolutely adorable. And she's so cute. You might have seen her around on some of the different pictures and everything. She is absolutely adorable. I've made more than one pattern by her in the past, but that is just such a fun, lively, unique piece. I mean, who doesn't like something that has multiple uses? That's just amazing. Absolutely love that. Oh my goodness. All right. Are we ready to get into the advent calendars? Are we ready? Today is day 12. We are halfway. Okay, so tomorrow's really halfway because we still have one for Christmas. So tomorrow's really the halfway point. But we're right there. We're on the 12th. This is the 12th of December. It's 12. Like I said, it's my son's birthday. Yeah, there's that. All right, let's go ahead and open up. Let's see. We have 2 calendars. Look at this. We have the Aberdeen Wool calendar. I got the luxury box, the biggest, most luxurious, has everything in it box from Aberdeen Wools. And I got a beautiful calendar from Blackbird Sycamore, Stephanie Miller, and that is this one. These are 20-gram minis on her advent calendar in a beautiful fade. And these are 125-gram full jumbo skeins of fingering weight yarn, 450 yards. Crazy. So these are my 2 that I have. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and open the Aberdeens today. I think, if I'm not forgetting, I think I opened the Blackbird yesterday. So I'm kind of bouncing, right? You know, trying to bounce back. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, we are still in the blues. So we are still working with the blues with the Aberdeen Wool. Yesterday's was a very, very vibrant blue with some purples. Look at this one. We've got some sky blue here, which is light. Let's see. So, okay, it is a light sky blue. What's the other word that I'm trying to think of? I don't know. But we've got a little bit of lavender in here. Some of the speckling. Would that work as a speckle? I'm not sure. I don't think speckle's quite the right word for it, but there we have it. And some darker of the blue. I'm liking that. And this one's more like a blue jean, kind of a dark with some washed in with the whites in there. That's very pretty. It is a lovely, lovely, full 125-gram skein of yarn. The light blues, some patching in with some dark blues, hand-dyed lusciousness. So there we have it for day 12, Aberdeen Wool. And now we've got day 12, sock yarn, Blackbird Sycamore. I don't know, before I open it, I don't know if these are repeatable colors with Aberdeen Wool. They didn't say one way or the other, but I do know that whatever comes out of this bag from Stephanie from Blackbird Sycamore, they are repeatable. So if you find something that you absolutely love, ooh, we got a surprise. We got something else in there. Oh, we got a surprise. Okay. So in some of the packages from Stephanie, there's something extra. It's not just... Here's the card. Each one has a card. This is the Sasquatch. Each one has a card, and they have the lore on it for whatever it is. So this is the Sasquatch. Look look at this. We've got another blue. It's a different color blue, but another bluish, light blue color than we did yesterday. Let me attach this one on here and I will show them together. It's easier to show hers together because I strung them all up in there, the 20-gram minis, than it is to try to grab all of the 125-gram skeins of yarn and try to do the same thing with. So here we are. Look at that. Look at those beautiful colors. Those are stunning. So here is the entire advent for the Blackbird Sycamore. Like I said, a lot easier to do this with those than it is to do 12 of these together. I don't know, by the end, maybe I will string them together. I don't remember the order that all these came in because I didn't put them back in their box and they're not strung up and they're variegated. So it's not like, hey, it's an obvious fade. So there we have it. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And there's something else in here. So some of hers have had other little goodies in there. You just don't know what, and I don't know how many. So what do I have? Oh, chamomile hand cream, pleasant fragrance. Look at this. Oh, that's perfect. Look how pretty that is. That is beautiful. So you have the daisies and a little green and daisies on the back and different daisies on the front. And it says 12-hour moisturizing, natural, and repairs dry skin. So a small thing of hand cream, which will fit perfectly in the purse. And, you know, here I keep talking about that with the different times of the year. With this time of year especially, our hands get really dry, and especially like that piece that I just showed with the wool lace and the wool worsted weight yarn, the wool will suck the moisture out of your hands. So having hand cream, whether it's this hand cream or whatever one that you have, aloe, balms, whatever, are going to really help, because all of these yarns that I particularly like to work with, they just zap all the moisture. And I don't know, it's just that time of year, right? We're at a very dry season. It's cold. That's where hands get chapped. So perfect time to have that in there. So thank you very much, Stephanie, for all the wonderful gifts that have come in with the Advent calendar. I think that is wonderful. You've done great with all the special touches. And thank you so much, Heather, for putting together the Advent calendar that I have thus far and all the things that I've been able to show and all the wonderful gifts that are a part of that too. They've both been very special and very unique in their own way. And I hope you've enjoyed this and being able to see this glimpse on the inside of what each one entails. And it just goes to show, you may get a calendar from one person one year and it'll be completely different the next year. So not quite the same, because I did get Aberdeen Wool's minis last year, the 30-gram minis, and they were a fade. They weren't like this exactly, but they were a fade, right? And this year they're all variegated. And now I've got Stephanie's, which is a fade, which I think is spectacular. So I'm very, very thrilled with how this has worked out. I'd like to tell you that I planned it that way, but I didn't. I had no idea. I didn't. And I couldn't be happier with the way that it is working up. And if you get a calendar from anyone, whether it's these particular vendors or any vendor at all, just know that the person who's doing that and putting that together, there is a Herculean amount of work that goes into that. I look at these, how they're packaged, how they're presented, how they're put together, just to make it fun and exciting, and all the little extras that go into each one. That's a lot of work. And then they're doing that times however many that they have sold. That's a lot. I have no idea what their sales are like. I don't know if it's a 10, 20, 50, 100. I have no idea. But I can just imagine trying to put together all of these boxes and the assembly lines and trying to make sure that everything is done and nobody's missing anything and they're all exactly alike. I mean, it just, you know, kudos to all the people that have put these things together. Not only mine, but yours too. Whatever one you went with, whatever vendor that you went with, or you're just living vicariously through all of us that did go with a vendor. They put together a lot of work. So here's a shout out to every single one of them. I really appreciate all of it. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.